So here we are doing Fruit Bowl, Fruition Solo. Now, mind you, this is a print and play copy. You can tell by the sleeves and the black and white instructions. Normally, this is a little party game for 3 to 6 people. The rules are very simple, and I just said, hey, here's how we can do it. Obviously, this is oversized. It would normally be that size. So, with our handy dandy little cheat sheet here, the goal is simply to score more points than you lose in the 10. Over here, I have a bunch of variants. You'll see how this works relatively easily. Now, you can set whatever parameters you want, whether it's time-based or it is, I don't know, how much effort you want to put in. Now, when I say how much effort, I do stuff like, if I'm not getting the answer in like 4 to 5 seconds, it's just not happening. So what you're supposed to do after you shuffle up is you deal 3 cards. One is the letter, one gives you the categories, and one is the fruit. Here's the star fruit. Star fruit is judge's choice, so you would get to pick. But let's say we got a little more specific. So here we have the pear. Now, letter, here's the category is athlete, and I'd be like, go figure out some stuff. Well, my answer would, okay, let's say Michael Jordan, something like that, something like that. If I got it, I keep the letter. That would be my score pile here. If I lost it, I just tuck it up here as my lost. Now, one of the variants, and this is the way I personally play, over here I have it called Redemption. If you can name 2 real quick succession, you can pull back a loss and shuffle it back in the deck. If you can name 3, you can actually convert this into a win. Now, if you want to give yourself a challenge, say, hey, I have 30 seconds, see how many I can name, that sort of thing. Now, 10 scored letters. Here is the whole thing. So let's just say we have 4 up there, and I'd have obviously closer to, say, 6. Well, 6 to 4, I'd win. 5 to 5, tie, I don't win, anything less than that. And you can just kind of go back and forth. Now, one of the other little variants I have right here is you have to go back to back. So if I win a letter, then the next letter I have to win, or this letter goes off to the lost pile. So I'd have to win 2 letters in a row to even score them. If I go to 3, then the whole set, would be lost. And you can kind of choose which way that goes. It's more or less just, this is sort of just wordplay. It's brain teasers. You can make it a word hunt. You could spend your entire day trying to score 10 points in a row. Little bits of research because right here. So we have company, we have animal, song, something you wear, and various letters. Now, the game, obviously, with only 18 cards, is not going to have every letter in the game. Sorry, in the English language. So I'm just kind of showing you here, for example, we don't have, obviously we don't have Q. We don't have a lot of vowels. We have E. Do we have an A? We have an O. I did not see an A. Do we have an A? I don't see an A. So we have an E and an O. We don't have a U. I don't think we had an I. Obviously, I did not look all that closely, but you get the idea. It's a very quick firing game. And as for solo, this really just is, you make it as hard or as easy as you want to be. That's all I came up with. It really just is that simple. Now, playing with more people, you have a judge, you go back and forth. This is just more, how much of a challenge do you want to give yourself? Do you want to make it so that it's really hard for you to come up with things? But if you're someone who has a lot of anecdotal, stories, verb, and it starts with, operate, I don't know, something like that. But then you're going to get, obviously get some harder ones. Horseback riding, something like that. You figure it out, how stressful. This is not meant to be something that hurts your brain. It's not meant to take all day. It's a nice, it's sort of a brain burner in its own right, but you get to choose how much effort you want to put in. For me, it's, am I coming up with an answer relatively quickly? I am not timing myself. I'm not putting stress on. I can do this late at night, can do it early morning, do it on lunch break. And it also allows you to take a game that normally would be for, again, 3 to 6 people, and play it in your downtime. It would make you better at something, like this. It would also make you better at, any other sort of word jumble sort of thing, like a crossword. But that's the plan.